Yes, all right then, lads. Welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. We are back again with another show this early morning. We're gonna speak a couple of things, but basically, we're gonna speak our fourth signing that could arrive this week in form of a goalkeeper. This early morning, we're gonna speak a couple of things, but sorry about that. So sorry about that. So we're gonna speak a couple of things this early morning. We're gonna speak a new goalkeeper. We're gonna speak about Lautaro Martinez. There is a big war. There is a big war between Spurs and Arsenal on Lautaro Martinez. We're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. We speak about Martin Ødegaard, Fabrizio Romano giving us another update around Martin Ødegaard and more transfer news. Do smash the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. Let's get the party started. Yes, all right, the lads. Welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast with me, your boy Cossy. And we are back again for another fresh week. It is closer, it is moving closer and closer to the opening of the season. Obviously, we are now 4 days away to the beginning of the season. We open up the season of this Friday. We shall be playing Brentford. It is no longer weeks, it's no longer months, it is no longer, it's just days. It's just days to the beginning of the new campaign, and Arsenal have only made 3 signings, which I think have come from very far, very very far. But this week we do expect a 4th signing, and of course, there's so many players that we are linked with, but that 4th signing will be a goalkeeper. So. According to Football.London, they are saying Edu will complete Arsenal's 4th signing in this week before Friday. So we could see a goalkeeper at Arsenal before Friday. And the 2 players that have been linked as a 4th signing, of course, in terms of a goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale and Andre Onana. Now, with Andre Onana, if you look at the motive as why we want to bring in a 4th signing, a backup goalkeeper in this week, then Andre Onana doesn't qualify. And maybe this is the reason as to why Arsenal have delayed the issue and the transfer of Andre Onana. You needed a backup goalkeeper. You need to bring in a backup goalkeeper, at the club. We're starting a new season. We literally have 1 goalkeeper because for me, despite the fact that Arthur Okonkwo is a very, very, nice goalkeeper, young goalkeeper with a lot of potential, I think there is a lot to learn. I think we cannot actually back up, he can't back Leno. That is the truth. So I think if Arsenal don't go for Aaron Ramsdale, they're going to go for another goalkeeper. If the Aaron Ramsdale deal takes longer than expected, we might actually go for another goalkeeper. But I think it's going to be Aaron Ramsdale. It's a bid that, a 3rd bid has always been in the pipeline since we last reported about Aaron Ramsdale and Sheffield United rejecting 2 bids from Arsenal for the goalkeeper. A 3rd bid has always been in the pipeline. And of course, according to Sky Sport, Damesh Sheth did inform us that Arsenal are still weighing up their 3rd bid. They're still looking at how much should they put on the table to get Aaron Ramsdale to the carpet. And of course, I also spoke about it on a couple of occasions that the fee might be a little bit crazy, but we've got to pay it if he is the goalkeeper we want. Because for me, there is no reason as to why we chase Aaron Ramsdale the whole transfer summer. There's so many other good goalkeepers there. There's so many other beautiful goalkeepers there. But if Arsenal have decided that Aaron Ramsdale is the goalkeeper they want, then we've got to pay the money. We've got to put the money on the table to get him to the carpet. So this week you expect a 4th signing, and for me, in my case, I think it's gonna be Aaron Ramsdale. Obviously, Football.London are saying Edu is working tooth and nail. And of course, when they say is working, Eddie is working tooth and nail to get Aaron Ramsdale, you do understand what we are actually talking about. So Edu is apparently working tooth and nail to get in a new goalkeeper and that goalkeeper will be Aaron Ramsdale this week. So, for me, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because we can't go into a new season with one goalkeeper. I mean, Arsenal can because we are crazy as a club, and we always do things in a very disorganized way. But honestly, we need to put it in the right sense. You can't enter a new season without a backup goalkeeper. We can't enter a new season without a backup goalkeeper. So I think as we look at the number 10, as we look at central midfield, as we look at other options, a fourth signing in terms of a goalkeeper is now a priority. And I'm gonna ask myself, how did we reach this stage? Why did we take so long? The season is nearly upon us, and with the season nearly upon us, of course, the transfer window is closing down. We now have 20 full days on the window, but 20 full days on the window. Now we have to concentrate on football as well. We have Brentford, we have Chelsea, we have Manchester City, and this is one of the things I spoke about at the beginning of this transfer window. Arsenal might want to get in many players, 6 or 7. You do understand that, and move on. A couple of players like 6 or 7 or 8. That was also understandable. Depending on the circumstances in which we finish the season, and the kind of season and squad we want to have. But the element of time was always key. We had to look at time. We had to work within the time frame. Now look at the season. Look at how our season looks. City, Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool, Tottenham, all those teams in our first 7 games, and we Burnley, and we are literally out of signings. We've literally not made any signings. Lokonga plays with Xhaka. Xhaka is not good enough. Ben White will play with Pablo Mari. What about a number 10? What about a right back? What about a backup goalkeeper? Maybe a striker? And I've asked you a question in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal needing a striker? Do you think Arsenal urgently need a striker? And I'm asking you this question off the back of Aubameyang's performances right from last season and through preseason. I've looked at Aubameyang, and I'm a little bit disappointed. Honestly, I should say that I'm somehow disappointed in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So the question is, do we need to get in a striker? And I think if Arsenal had done their business early, if we had done our business earlier, probably by this time, if you had brought in a backup goalkeeper at least, and the right back, we'll be looking at getting in an attacking midfielder, and we could have more time to reflect on whether we need a striker or not. But the problem is we have failed to deal with our transfer priorities early enough. We're going to panic. We're going to start doing what we call panic buys. If Aaron Ramsdale doesn't sign, we could sign another, Runason, and that's what happened last season, last summer. We wanted to get in a decent goalkeeper. We failed to get a decent goalkeeper in time, and what eventually happened is Arsenal went and got in Alexander Runason. Look, I don't know whether it was a panic buy, but it was one of the worst buys we have ever made. It's one of the worst transfer dealings Arsenal has ever made. And for me, that comes from lack of time to prepare. Look at the goalkeeper, look at the player, give it time. Scout the player enough. If Aaron Ramsdale it is that we have been looking at, we had a whole season when he was at Sheffield United, to look at him. So there was no scouting on Aaron Ramsdale. If you feel like he's the right player, if you feel like he's the right goalkeeper, bring him in a week before to the beginning of the season. Ramsdale comes in as a backup goalkeeper. If he comes in as a backup goalkeeper and Leno gets injured, right? He literally has no time to socialize with the club. He literally has no time to, fit into the club. This summer will be for nothing for him. He comes into a new Arsenal side, and he literally just jumps into the starting 11. And for me, that is bogus. That is absolutely crap. So we have really failed to use the time. Around 70 days in this window that we should have done business, that we should have done good business. We have failed to. We have actually absolutely failed to get our signings right. We have failed to use the time that we had to use. But again, I've already said it. Maybe Mikel and Edu deserve some credit somewhere, somehow, somewhere, depending on the level and quantity of transfer business they had to do. It was a lot. It was always going to be a lot. Look, we had to move on Deadwood, and we had to make tough decisions in this window. Tough decisions on the likes of Lacazette. Tough decisions on the likes of Xhaka. And I think with Xhaka we failed it. I think with Xhaka we absolutely failed it. But it all goes back to the fact that we were always going to have to take the tough decisions. We're always going to have to make very, very, very hard decisions in this window. But for me, we need a fourth signing as soon as possible. We need a goalkeeper as soon as possible. It shouldn't be later than this week. Edu knows that. Mikel knows that. You don't enter a new season, ill-prepared like this. We don't have a decent right back. We don't have a decent attacking midfielder, and we don't have a decent central midfielder. Partey is injured. So I think we are entering a new season even more disorganized than we entered last season. Because with last season, yes, Partey was not available because of things ABC and D, but the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes, were ready to start. The likes of Willian. We made our signings, despite the fact that some of them were not so good, like Willian. But we made our signings a little bit earlier, and it gave us that opportunity to start them. Ben White starts, Lokonga starts for me against Brentford, but you would need a number 10 to give the Arsenal side a different kind of feel. You would need a new central midfielder to give that Arsenal midfield a new kind of feel. And I think we have absolutely failed to do that. So with the fourth signing, it should be a goalkeeper. It should be a goalkeeper. There are no questions about that. Yes, in number 10 would have been the priority for me, but the timing is not tried. We can't try to get in James Maddison or Martin Ødegaard in this week. It's gonna be so hard. Real Madrid are not even decided. They're undecided whether they want to part with a player or not. James Maddison, Arsenal are yet to make another bid. They are yet to make a very good bid. And Leicester City, they are so reluctant. So these are deals that are really gonna take time. With a new goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. If you're looking at a Ramsdale, go to Sheffield United, give them the money you have. If they want to sell, they will sell. If they do not want to sell, walk away and go and look at another goalkeeper. We don't have a lot of time like we had, 2 months ago or 1 month ago. 1 month ago, we had another month ahead of us. We had, we were complaining about the Euros. The Euros are done. And we've literally brought in only one player and moved on one, who's Joe Willock. So I think Arsenal need to get a little bit more serious with the goalkeeping situation. Let us not start a season with Arthur Okonkwo as backup goalkeeper. And what is it called? Hennessy or what? I'm just forgetting his name. We can't start with those two goalkeepers as backups to Leno. Of course, we know Leno is also these days sloppy. Absolute sloppy. So we need someone who can pressure him. We need someone who can give him the competition. We need someone who can guarantee us good performances from Leno. I think Leno needs that. I think Leno needs that kind of competition. I think he needs it, and I think he will get it. Absolutely, he will get it if we get in the right goalkeeper this week. Don't be shocked if Arsenal do bring in a new goalkeeper. Don't be shocked. I don't think it will be very, very shocking if we do get in a new goalkeeper. And of course, if we do not get in a new goalkeeper, I don't think it will be so shocking as well. That is what is funny. But I think fourth signing this week, and it is going to be a goalkeeper. Watch out for that. Let's try to dive into some of the transfer rumors that have been that have manifested themselves today and this early morning. Obviously, some of them coming from yesterday because we had matches and match reactions, player ratings, Mikel Arteta's press conference, and a couple of things like that. We didn't have time to look at a transfer roundup, so let us try to look at that. Fabrizio Romano broke my heart yesterday. Romano broke my heart yesterday, and I was absolutely devastated. I think that's the word. Absolutely devastated. But I think he was right. He was right because Romano doesn't really speak negatively about any club, and that's one of the reasons I love him, and it's one of the reasons I do trust him. He never speaks negatively about any club, right? But and this is really not negative. So don't think I'm blaming Romano or anything like that. No, not really. So what he said, Romano, was quite interesting. What he said was quite interesting because he said Martin Ødegaard. Oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. I would love to share with you, but right there we go. So let's have a look. So this is what Romano said yesterday. Arsenal are still keeping an eye on Martin Ødegaard. He's always been the main target as number 10. If he decides to leave Real Madrid and Real decide to sell him, Arsenal will bid for Ødegaard. Arsenal would be ready to try also for a permanent move, but it is up to Real Madrid. And for me, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. There's so many interpretations I'm getting out of this. Arsenal are still keeping an eye on Martin Ødegaard. He's always been the main target as a number 10. If he decides to leave Real Madrid and Real decide to sell him, Arsenal will bid for Ødegaard. Right. So that's according to my man Fabrizio. Big up my man Fabrizio there. You know what that means? You know what I get when I hear that is we are dead. We are absolutely screwed. That is what I get when I see that. Yeah. That's what I get when I see that. Because look, Fabrizio, when he says Arsenal, right? When he says Arsenal are still keeping an eye on Martin Ødegaard, he's our number 1 target. What that means, of course, you might want to challenge Fabrizio, at one point in time, because of how strong our interest and how and the intensity we are using to try to get James Maddison. You want to try to question Fabrizio, but the problem with Fabrizio is he's so credible that we do not have the audacity, we don't have the authority to question him. We actually do not have, we can't question Fabrizio. I can't question Fabrizio. But when he says Arsenal are still waiting for Martin Ødegaard, that means the number 1 situation, like Fabrizio has always told us, the number 1 situation, which is a priority for Arsenal, is not going to be sorted out right now. It's not going to be sorted out right now. It is far from happening. Because look, Fabrizio puts it right. He says, if Ødegaard decides to leave Madrid, if Madrid decide to sell, we don't have that time. We absolutely, don't have that time, people. Honestly, we don't have that time. We don't have time to wait for a player to decide, oh, you know what? I think I want to leave. I think I want to go. And then, after that, Real Madrid will also decide, oh, do we want to sell or we do not want to sell? We don't have that time. It's barely 4 days to the beginning of that of the season. We are playing Brentford. You can see it on my screen. We are playing Brentford. Yeah, we are playing Brentford. 13th August. We don't have a number 10. And the games we play after Brentford are even harder. You need a number 10. You need to create chances if you're going to get a chance. If you stand a chance against Chelsea, if you stand a chance against Manchester City, you need to create the chances. Otherwise, we are going to come out goalless. And with this, blunt attack of ours, They need a lot of chances. They need more opportunities. So if Arsenal are really waiting, if it is true that we are waiting on Martin Ødegaard, it's absolute crap. It's absolute crap. You don't. I mean, I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. I thought because with Joe Willock moving out, we'll talk about Joe Willock in a minute. But with Joe Willock moving out, what I thought is we get the money, add it, add up some, add some 40 million, and go for James Maddison. That is what I expected, and that is what I still expect. If Arsenal is still waiting on Martin Ødegaard, it's crazy. Yeah. It's absolute crap. It's crazy. It's myopic. Look. I have no issues with Martin Ødegaard. He's a very great player, and you know that. I've always backed Martin Ødegaard. If Arsenal can get to sign Martin Ødegaard tomorrow, I'm absolutely okay with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. But Martin Ødegaard is not the better of James Maddison. That is the first thing. And my other problem is we are going for a player who is not yet accomplished, leaving a player like James Maddison, who's accomplished, and the deal is taking so long. It's like we are begging, we are trying so hard, we are begging so hard to get Ødegaard. Oh, Ødegaard has to first decide if he wants to join Arsenal. Oh, Real Madrid have to decide if they want to sell to Arsenal. Oh, we have to see if Cruz's injury doesn't actually take long. Why do we beg? We have the money. We are going to spend the money. This is not a free deal. And if you look at what Fabrizio actually puts out, let's try to look at it again. Because if you look at what Fabrizio says, it says Arsenal would be ready to try also for a permanent deal. You know what this communicates? It's like Arsenal might want to be going in there for. Look, wait. Are we trying to do another loan deal for Martin Ødegaard? I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. But with Fabrizio saying Arsenal would be ready to try for a permanent move, but it is up to Real Madrid, right? And below that, Fabrizio says Arsenal have an interest in Maddison, but it is not something that is close. No bid and no Leicester, and Leicester not in a rush to sell. Keep an eye on Martin Ødegaard. That is what Fabrizio actually says. So my question now is, wait, are we trying to do? Could it be that Arsenal might get Martin Ødegaard on another loan deal? That is silly. That is silly. Because if you get Ødegaard on another loan deal, Madrid will do what they did with Dortmund and Achraf Hakimi. They'll put a very heavy price tag. We will not be able to purchase Ødegaard, and they will sell him somewhere else. So we are trying to become ourselves. We're trying to make ourselves an academy for Real Madrid. Get Martin Ødegaard on a permanent deal. If you fail to get Martin Ødegaard on a permanent deal, let it be. Let the deal be. Absolutely. No chance. There is no chance. There's absolutely no chance for me that we get Martin Ødegaard on another loan deal. I'm not buying into it. I'm absolutely not buying into it. We are either getting him on a permanent deal or we move on. That's it. We either get him on a permanent deal or move on. Look, just imagine you bring in Martin Ødegaard and shines on a loan deal. What happens after that? Yeah? What happens after that? It would be crazy, but let us move. Let us try to look at Martinez. Let's look at the Martinez story as well. Smash the like button, people. Thanks everybody. I almost forgot that. 180 people watching. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's get them to 100 likes, people. Let's drive them to 100 likes right about now. Let's smash the like button, people. Let's drive them to 100 right about now. So this is according to the Spurs Express, and look, this is a lot of PR. There's a lot of PR on this one, but the Spurs Express is actually saying Lautaro Martinez is keen on the move to join up with his international teammates, Lo Celso and Romero, but personal terms have not yet been agreed with Spurs. All right. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And if you look at the back of this story, you'll be mad. Let me try to look for you what actually was published, before that. Let me try to look for you what was published before that. That Spurs had agreed a price, right? That Spurs had agreed a price with we will look at AFC Bell. We'll look at AFC Bell and James Maddison in a while. But Spurs had actually agreed a fee for Lautaro Martinez. Come on, I need to get that one. Need to get that, people. Come on, didn't I retweet it? I thought I had. Oh, come on. Right, there it is. There we go. Sorry for that. I just wanted this. Tottenham have agreed a fee for Lautaro Martinez worth in excess of 60 million pounds, beating off interest from Arsenal. They're assured to be add-ons in the fee for Martinez, as Inter have valued the Argentina forward at around 76 million pounds, according to the Times. So yesterday, call it trash or call it the truth, I'm not really sure, but the Times put out a story saying that Lautaro Martinez fee had been agreed between Spurs and Inter Milan. And I was like, what the hell is this? What the hell? And now we've just seen this early morning. Lautaro Martinez would want to join Giovanni Lo Celso and Christian Romero at Spurs. However, the agent of Lautaro Martinez downplayed the rumors. He said the player is happy to stay with Inter Milan, and he actually said, I hope Inter Milan fans, you are reassured. Of course, that is PR. That is very good PR, bro. If you're the first person to do PR in the world, we would be shocked, but you're not the first person. Look, you're not the first person to do PR. We are not buying into your story. The player will move. We know very well Inter Milan are looking at liquidation. We know very well that Inter Milan would love to sell. They would love to move on the player because they're in a very, very bad financial crisis. So there is no way we are buying into the rumors that Inter Milan actually do not want to sell, or the player will not move, or things like that, unless we do not have the right offer. Unless there is no right offer for that. But if the right offer comes in, the player is absolutely for sale. The player is for sale. And it's going to be a disgrace when Aubameyang doesn't score goals, when Lacazette becomes unreliable, and Lautaro Martinez signs for Tottenham. Obviously, we know Tottenham want to take him as a potential replacement for Harry Kane, who wants to leave, who has become a problem at the London side. He's become a big problem. So they want to get in a possible replacement for the player. But I'm going to be disappointed still. I'm still going to be very, very disappointed if Lautaro Martinez crosses over to Spurs. I'll be disappointed. But I think it's all about, it's now a game of priorities. So I might not be so hard on Arsenal and very harsh on Arsenal. It's a game of priorities. If Arsenal decide to, if Arsenal decide to get Lautaro Martinez, we might miss out on James Maddison. If we get James Maddison, then we might decide to miss out on the man himself, Lautaro Martinez. So I think it's a game of priorities now. It's a game of priorities, honestly. I don't think Arsenal will get both of them, like I've already said. I don't think we were ever gonna get both of them, right? So Joe Willock is another one we need to talk about. We are very close to 50 likes. Let's get in 5 more likes, people. Let's try to get them. Let's get them 5 more likes. Drive them to 50. 5 more likes, let's drive them to 50. Slowly by slowly, we shall reach our target. Right. So yesterday, obviously, the Athletic broke the story that my man, Joe Willock, or your man, Joe Willock, I don't want to say my man because I'm not really a big fan, but Joe Willock is actually moving to Joe Willock is moving to Newcastle. So this is according to AFC stuff, and it's saying although Mikel Arteta was open to welcoming Joe Willock back into the squad, it was always the case that offers in excess of 20 million for a player regarded as a squad option rather than a first team starter would be difficult to resist at Arsenal this summer. As per the Athletic, they are saying although Mikel Arteta was open to welcoming Joe Willock back into the squad, it was always the case that offers in excess of 20 million for a player regarded as a squad option rather than a first team starter would be difficult to resist. As per the Athletic. So the story I broke the story on my channel. Like, I didn't break the story worldwide. I broke it for you, for my fan base. And of course, big up to David Onstein. He broke the story to me and to us, and big up to the Athletic as well. So Joe Willock, deal agreed. He will be moving to Newcastle in a deal in excess of 20 million pounds. Good luck, Joe. Good luck, Joe. I don't have any problems with that guy, honestly. Many people accuse me of having issues with Joe Willock. I do not. I definitely, and I'm sure about that. I don't have issues with Joe Willock. And I'll say it, and I'll say it again. I don't have issues with Joe Willock. Willock is a player that, if he stayed, I wouldn't have really big issues. I don't think he's the worst. If he went, I wouldn't miss him. Honestly, I'm not going to miss Joe Willock. Even if he scores 20 goals in a campaign for Newcastle, I think that is his level. I think that is, and I think it's gonna be more in heaven, at a place where you score more goals, at a place where you get more game time. That is what you want as a young player, right? So I'm not really concerned about the fact that Joe Willock is leaving Arsenal. I'm not really concerned about that, right? So what else did I want to talk about? I think that is it. I think that's it. Let's move to 60 likes, people, and let's look at some of your comments right about now. What are you people saying in the chat as we move closer to the end of the show? Are we gonna be having this show? How many times have I said this? So we're gonna be having this show every day at 11 a.m. Right? I've decided 11 a.m. I think it would be a very good time. Yeah, 11 a.m. would be very, very good time. Okay, what are you people saying? Okay, right. Let's look at Saka, who says, "Cossy, I'd rather sign Vlahovic than Tammy Abraham for the same price. As I think we can negotiate with Fiorentina or negotiate Fiorentina down to 40 mil because they are broke and Chelsea aren't." Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think with Chelsea, they're looking at themselves as selling a young English player with a lot of potential. With Fiorentina, you could press them. Yeah, brilliant Saka, my man. Then he says, "Morning, Arsenal. Arsenal needs at the end 7 signings. Arsenal needs 7 signings. I might not disagree with you though. I might not really disagree with you. Arsenal club is scam. Not really. Okay. Cossy, when is the transfer summer ending? We have 20 days to that. 20 days to 20 days. That is 31st August. You're right. And Saka says 11 p.m. UK time. Okay. Smash the like button, people. Let's get them to at least 100 people. At least 100. If we can get them to 100, 7 more likes to 70. 7 more likes to 70. Let's smash that like button, people. All right. Yes, Asaya says goalkeeper and lethal forward should be priority for Arsenal this season. I think, and a goal scoring midfielder. Arsenal need to kick out Mikel from the club. He is not good enough. Thank you so much, Solomon. Good morning, Cossy. Let's bring the 18-year-old striker we signed from Fulham. He can solve our problems, our goal scoring problems. I think for me, if you're saying if you're saying we bring in the young lad, then how about Gabriel Martinelli? Yeah, how about Gabriel Martinelli? Arsenal needed an aggressive winger like Jeremy Doku. I think if you play Doku, if you bring in Doku, you're killing Saka or Pepe. I would rather bring in someone who's very aggressive at right back. Okay. Good morning, Cossy. Good morning to you, my man Stephen. How are you doing? Okay. We are on Aouar, Maddison, Bruno, Renato, and Ødegaard for a long time now. But look at Chelsea with the Lukaku deal happening soon. Yeah, you're right. But Chelsea have not made any signings this summer. Have you noticed that as well? They've not made any signings. They're looking at Jules Koundé and Lukaku. Those are their targets. Yeah, but I absolutely agree with you. I mean, they take less time to act. Playing Auba from the side is absolute rubbish. This is according to Adelaide. But playing Auba from the side is absolute rubbish. You know, Aubameyang is also proving to be rubbish as a player. Aubameyang is also proving to be rubbish as a player, and I hate it. I really hate it. Very close to 70 likes, 3 more likes. 3 more likes to get to 70. Please make sure you do smash the like button. We don't urgently need a striker without a creative midfielder. Another striker will be useless. This is according to Moses. We don't create enough attacking pressure from sideways to force goals. I think with Balogun as number 9, as number 9, 111 just enough. We need aggressive wingers, not like Pepe. I think Pepe is becoming more decent. When we were doing the match reaction yesterday, I thought Pepe was good. I thought Pepe was, Pepe is becoming more aggressive. I don't know what you think about that. Let's do this job ASAP. This is according to David. Thank you so much, David. We need the like of Doku and Solomon as aggressive wingers. This is according to Philip. Okay, let's go for the right players for the right position and not converting our striker into wingers or midfielders if we really want to compete with other teams above us. I think with Aubameyang playing on the left, it doesn't really mean he's playing as a winger. I don't see him play as a winger. I think what Mikel wants him to do is he wants him to be a second striker. He wants him to be another striker, but not down through the middle. I don't think he plays definitely as a winger. We need either Aouar or Maddison immediately. That is called. Eric says, hey, Cossy, actually, we have a lot of problems in the team. Please, Arsenal, let us do something else in the team. Please, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. All right. Thank you so much, Eric. Yes, we don't need a striker when we haven't got a better midfielder. All right. Trying to chase some of your comments as fast as I can. Timo says, let Joe move on, but bro, this should be the same. This should be the same to a number of other players who are underperforming. You're absolutely right. And I think when we assess our window, when we assess our transfer window, at the end, and we have not moved on the likes of Kolasinac, I'll be disappointed. I'll be disappointed because this window was all about moving on players that are not good enough and bringing in players that are good enough. Right. Thank you so much, Timo. Only an attacking midfielder. This is according to Saddam. Adley says, I'm starting to hate Arteta because he doesn't want to lose his job. Really, nobody wants to lose their job. Maddison, £100 million. Nobody can pay that. Because his Maddison deal is still ongoing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to really give you an update in the next show. So make sure you tune in. Because what happened about the deal of Bruno? Arsenal still waiting for a response on whether the player wants to join or he doesn't want to join, Ray. Arteta will soon become a forever prey for Arsenal fans. Okay. Good morning, Cossy. We have to get someone to help Aubameyang. All right. I thought Laka could do that, but Laka is not reliable. Anu, good morning. Good morning to you, Hanu. How are you doing? I'm good on this side. Okay. Because with thanks for the updates, but things are still going on well as expected. Still Arsenal midfielder like Cazorla and Ramsey used to do. Okay, this is according to Bosco. Okay, Arsenal is too lazy. All right. Big up, Cossy. How are you, my man? Who's the new foot signing? Apparently, the one in line is Aaron Ramsdale, the backup goalkeeper, as we enter the new season. Okay, I'm worried we may bring in players very late when we have already lost a number of games. This is I mean, it's typical Arsenal. It's typical Arsenal. You're right to get you're right to get worried. It's typical Arsenal. It's typical Arsenal, though. Okay. Give us Maddison. I think more chances will be created. Okay. We seriously need a creative midfielder as a priority. This is according to Dennis. Okay. Arteta need to let Auba leave because he's not performing. Jane, what about Lacazette? Lacazette has been here for 5 years. Lacazette has been here for 5 years, right? Our attackers start from the back, so we need a goalkeeper that can provide clinical passes to the likes of Aubameyang. The second Steve, you're right. You're right. I think Leno struggles a lot. Leno really struggles a lot when it comes to playing out from the back. He really, really struggles a lot. Really, really struggles a lot. We are very close to our target. Smash that button, people. We are very close. Let's get in 6 more likes and drive them to 80. 6 more likes, drive them to 80. We're very close to our target. We should be 100 likes by the end of the show. Very, very close to that. Morning, we need a striker, goalkeeper, and a creative midfielder. Auba is a world-class striker. He doesn't need time. He's world-class. He's proven that. He's already proven that. So he's world-class. No one can can say otherwise. He's a world-class player, Dennis. As soon as Willock goes, we need to sign in Aouar. I think when I was talking about Joe Willock, yesterday, I said maybe that opens up an opportunity for us to get in a new central midfielder. Maybe it does. And I said it, time in, time out. Maybe it does open up chances for us to get in a new central midfielder. Because when you look at where Willock plays, he was providing squad depth. If he goes away, and Lucas Torreira goes, and Guendouzi has gone as well, we need to get in someone. We need to get in someone in there. Maybe if Mikel is looking at promoting Miguel Aziz. But apart from that, I think we might get in a central midfielder. We really need Maddison as our number 10. All right. We don't need underperforming players in Arsenal. This is according to Anu. Who are you referring to? Ødegaard? Not really sure about. Cossy, big up. Good morning. I'm so worried. Are we going to sign Maddison, please? Time will tell. Only how less than 20 days to go. We need an AM. That is Edward. Good morning from South Africa. Good morning to you. From 256. A story says Martinez rejects Tottenham. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot in terms of Martinez to Tottenham and Martinez to Arsenal. So we might have to wait and see. How are you doing, my man, Quincy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're really doing well. We need a creative midfielder. This is according to Kamara. Thank you so much, Kamara, for the comment. Because we have to sack Arteta because Arteta is too bagger for Arsenal. Okay. You can't Auba play from. Why can't? Why did I say what you? Why can't Auba play as a center forward? I think we've tried to. I think Mikel has tried to play Auba as a center forward last season, and I think we'll try to give him the same opportunities next season. I think we need a new striker more than a GK. No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. We need a backup goalkeeper, Quincy. We need a backup goalkeeper. We need Aouar plus Maddison, Hasten. Okay. If Arsenal sign Maddison, we are going to top 4. The possibilities are, all right. Arsenal should promote the under 23 players to play right back and CAM young players hungry to impress. Hungry to impress. Are they the quality? Are they the quality to compete with the likes of Paul Pogba? That's the big question there. Cossy, you're my best friend. Thank you so much, El Ibrahima. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be giving away. I'm gonna give away a jersey. I'm going to have a jersey giveaway. I finally found where I can buy genuine jerseys. Finally. So I'm going to give away a jersey to one fan. I'm going to give away a jersey to one fan of the channel, and we'll do that on a monthly basis. Every month, I'll be giving away an Arsenal jersey. Every month. That is because you guys support the channel. You need to. I need to give back. Okay. Buy Martinez and Leno and loan Ødegaard. Buy Martinez and loan. Yeah, that would be a good deal. That would be a good deal. Ødegaard as your number 10. Martinez as a new striker. Yeah, that would, I would reason with you. Cossy, good morning. We need 3 more players: central midfield, striker, and Ramsdale. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Zukiswa says if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. we need a central midfielder and attacking midfielder. All right. We also need a good backup keeper. You're right. And that's what I've been speaking about this early morning. I mean, underperforming players like Niles, Kola, Kolasinac, Eddie, and the likes, they are not good. You're right. You're absolutely right. And it's the point of it's the Deadwood point we've been speaking about. Yeah, it's the Deadwood point I've been speaking about. These guys need to leave the club. It's absolutely true. They need to leave the club. So let me try to look at what you people have said in the poll. We have had 160 votes, right? And most of you have said we need a striker urgently. Most of you have said we need a striker urgently, right? And what that means for me is Aubameyang is in trouble. Aubameyang is in trouble. He needs to pull up his socks. Otherwise, the performances are not good enough. Yeah, his performances are really not good enough. Smash the like button, people. We are very close to 100. Do that for me. Do that for me. And do that for the channel. We are very close to 100. Sorry. Get that like button smashed right about now. 2 more likes to 90. Let's get them to 90 first. 2 more likes to 90. Let's make sure we are at 90 likes. The game of today is all about scoring goals and winning games. It's about the passion. It's not about the passion. We need some tough strikers like Romelu Lukaku. Joseph, I worry. Thank you so much. Saddam, the problem of Arsenal is not Arteta. It's the technical board. Okay. El Ibrahima says, what about Abraham? Arsenal still want Abraham, but we are not that close. We are really, really not that close. Yeah. Guys, get me to 100 likes right about now. Get me to 100 likes right about now. Every show we do should be getting to 100 likes, at least 100. Only a perfect mid is what we need. All right. We need Maddison. When do you think it will happen? Maybe in the next 2 weeks. Maybe in the next 2 weeks. It's not that easy. Good morning. Good morning to you, James. Hope you're doing well. Because you compare for me Pamet Saka and Mikel Arteta based on what Pamet Saka has done with the under 23, with the under 21s. Well, it's unfair. It's absolutely unfair for you to say that. Because look, the amount of pressure you have as a head coach for the senior team, not only head coach but head manager, is so different from what Pa is so different from what Pa experiences as pressure and responsibility as under 21 under 21 caretaker. With under 21, you're looking at developing talent. You know, they're spotting for you talent, and you're really trying to get this talent to develop into players that can play for future Arsenal. So if under 21, if the under 21s in their rankings, even if they finish third, fourth per season for 10 years, the pressure is not the same as Arsenal finishing 8th per season. So it's unfair to compare the two roles. Yes, they're both managers. They're both Arsenal managers at different levels, but Mikel Arteta's role is so different. Mikel Arteta takes on an Arsenal side that is drowning. He doesn't have experience. He has nothing when he takes on the Arsenal job. Nothing. So to compare Pa and Mikel, it's unfair. I won't do it. I'm gonna reject your request. I'm not going to do it. Mikel Arteta. Maybe if you told me to compare Mikel and Lampard, that would be better. But Mikel Arteta, or maybe Mikel Arteta and Steve Bold, maybe. But Mikel Arteta and Pa Mertesacker, the responsibilities that Mikel Arteta has to do and has to take care of as Arsenal managers are overwhelming, absolutely overwhelming. For this summer, I think we have to bring in Maddison, Aouar, and Max Aarons for then for a strike. Okay, Quincy says Arsenal should promote the under 23 to play. No, I don't agree with you, bro. I don't agree with you. I suggest we get Sam Johnston as backup goalkeeper. All right. Yeah, that would make some sense, by the way. Sam Johnston is only 28 years of age. So, and he's a decent goalkeeper, by the way. Very, very decent shot stopper. We need Maddison. When do you think it will happen? I answered that. Like the stream, guys. Don't forget. Thank you so much, Sunny. Don't forget, everybody. Let's smash the like button on the stream. Let us get the like button on the stream. That really helps me out a lot. All right. That really helps me a lot, out. Arsenal should sign, urinator of Middlesbrough. I've not seen that guy. I've not really seen that guy. We need Maddison. When do you think it will happen? Like I said, you just need to give it time. Hope 2-row for me. You're talking about the Shark 04 guy. I mean, if you're bringing in Hope from Shark 04, you're not bringing him as a striker that starts, or as a player that starts, or as a playmaker that starts. You're bringing him as a backup. Aubameyang is tired. Maybe that could be a reason as well, because we are really badly off. Arsenal need a massive overall. Okay, Felix. We need Maddison. When do you think it will happen? Like I said, please, we are still having lots of problems because we don't totally have creative attacking midfield. Frank Mahesa says, then let's look at let's look for a striker in January after getting Maddison, Aouar, and Max Aarons. All right. Big up, Cossy, for your work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much love from South Africa. Even me, I don't trust Leno in goal. You know what? Still live. Keep it at Cossy. Road to 50K. Road to 50K. Members. Road to 50K. People, smash the like button. 30K. We hit 30K. I'm giving away a jersey. 40K. I'm giving away 2 jerseys. 50K, I'll give away 3 jerseys. So make sure we are hitting the targets. Make sure we're hitting the like button. The more we subscribe, the more gifts I'm giving out, because you guys are supporting us. But compare Arteta and Ljungberg. How long was Frederick Ljungberg? How long did Frederick Ljungberg stay as Arsenal caretaker? How long? Again, it's something that I don't want to do. Arteta has been here for now almost 2 seasons. Yeah, almost 2 seasons. And Ljungberg did not spend a month. Did he spend a month? Look, Freddie Ljungberg. The one thing I loved about Freddie Ljungberg is he had that Arsenal identity. He knew what Arsenal wants, what Arsenal needs to be. I still remember one game he was on the touchline and he was telling Matteo Guendouzi to come off the pitch. And Guendouzi was wasting time. And he was bitter. He was absolutely bitter. Because for him, he has seen a winning Arsenal. He has seen a dominating Arsenal. With Mikel, he's not seen that. He's an FA Cup winner. He's won the FA Cup for us as a manager and also won the FA Cup for us as a captain. So I can't compare them because they really didn't have, Ljungberg didn't have enough time to give us what would be a blueprint. He really didn't, right? He really didn't. Cossy, El Ibrahima says, Cossy, may God bless you for making me happy. Thank you so much, El. Vieira doing pretty well with Palace, hoping he replaces Arteta if he resigns or gets fired. Vieira would be another interesting one because with Vieira, he's been sacked before in France, and now he's moving to Arsenal. What did I say? He's moving to the Premier League. Sorry for that. He's moving to the Premier League with Crystal Palace. So because he has that identity. If he does well with Crystal Palace, maybe you can bring him, to try out, as a manager, right? Did Arsenal ready to buy James Maddison? We are ready. Arteta is a failure, man. Cossy, trust me or none. All right, the season is coming, and we will debate more of that. We'd rather do with a creative midfielder than a new striker. Thank you so much, Isaac. Cossy, what do you think about Tony from Brentford and Maddison? This is according to James Hire. I've spoken about Tony. I've spoken about that guy. I mean, he has ridiculous numbers as a striker. You're gonna get attracted to him because he has very good numbers. I think his numbers. I'm forgetting his other name. It's called Tony. What is his other name? What is his other name? What's his other name? I'm just forgetting them. Is he Jamaican? Is he Jamaican? I'm just forgetting his name. But the beauty with him is he has big numbers. Big numbers. If you look at his numbers last season, you think about Patson Daka, because Patson Daka also had big numbers. Absolutely big numbers. So I would absolutely take him. That guy is a good player. He has so good, he has very good numbers. And for me, with numbers, I'm attracted. Absolutely. With numbers, when it comes to numbers, I'm attracted. Because I want players that are aggressive. I want players that have figures backing them. And I think he does have figures backing him. We're at 110 likes, finally. Get in the large. You guys did it. I thought we were never going to hit that 100 mark. I was worried, right? I was so worried. Smash the like button, people. Let's get them to 120. Let's get them to 120 likes. Thanks everybody for doing that, doing me a massive favor. And obviously subscribe. Like I said, at 40,000 we'll have another giveaway. At 50,000 another giveaway. At 60,000 another giveaway. At 70 another giveaway. And at 100,000 I'll have a massive giveaway, a big giveaway. So make sure you do subscribe. We're gonna have 3 live shows on a daily basis starting from today. I'll come back at 6 p.m. Yeah, I'll come back at 6 p.m. With another live show, at 9 p.m. with another live show. So get the time right. It is 11 a.m. in the morning, 6 p.m. in the evening, and 9 p.m. in the evening. All right. So those are the 3 live shows. And with the uploads, I'll be giving you regular uploads on a daily basis. Regular uploads. Okay. So don't get up, don't be afraid, because he's gonna be doing live streams. What about the uploads? No, we're gonna be doing very many uploads, at least 5 videos on a daily basis on this channel for the next 10 years. Okay, smash the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. Let's meet with the James Maddison update from AFC Bell later on.